you may know Vin Diesel from the multi-million-dollar film franchise The Fast and the Furious. Playing the muscle-bound street racer Dominic Toretto in the movies, Vin Diesel has taken over the big screen and can also be seen playing a similar role in his other successful films, X. Now, with all this fame and fortune, however, comes the close focus of the media, and that is where secrets come to light. So here are 10 things Vin Diesel doesn't want you to know about him. But before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get notified every day for more amazing content. And with that being said, let's begin. Number 10. He looks the same now as he did when he was a baby. While most of us spend our lives trying to look younger, there are some who just don't ever seem to age at all. Vin Diesel has spent most of his adult life in the limelight and has played some huge movie roles during that time. One thing that the huge movie star will not want you to know about him is that he looks exactly the same now as he did when he was a baby. Sure, the shaved head and confused expression doesn't help, but still, it is amazing that at 50 years old, he shares the same looks as he did when he was a baby. If you look at these two pictures, you can see that not much has changed in all of those years. Who would have thought that the lead action star in the Fast and the Furious franchise would stay looking so young? Or is it that he looked 50 when he was born? He is still rocking no hair and that same squinted look that has landed him so many big roles. Who knew that this many years on the film star would have kept his youthful looks? Every last one of them. Number 9. He was a rapper and a breakdancer. In his first ever film, Multifacial, Vin Diesel lets on to the fact that he used to, in fact, have quite the colorful past. Before Diesel became a professional actor, he tried his hand at some other creative pursuits, including some rapping and amazingly 80s breakdancing. Although very little has survived from these early days, the internet has provided us with a video of his breakdancing and some of his rapping he did with musician Arthur Russell in 1986. His moves are much better than his rhymes though, as the content of his rap songs were nothing to write home about. His breakdancing, however, is actually really impressive, or we are sure that these moves would have been 30 years ago. Now, the best part of the video being that we get to see Vin Diesel with a whole lot of hair and wearing this hilarious shell suit. It is probably for the best then that Diesel went on to explore writing, directing, and acting, instead of becoming a dancer or a rapper. Otherwise, we would not have been able to enjoy the beautiful action franchise that is The Fast and the Furious. Number 8. He is a twin. For a man that is one of the most famous actors of our time, he sure has managed to keep a tight lid on his home life and family members. Only the most die-hard fans will be aware that Vin Diesel is a twin. His twin brother is called Paul Vincent and is Vin Diesel's fraternal twin brother. This means that no, they are not identical. Although it is possible to see various similarities between the two, there are also massive differences. For one, Vin Diesel's twin brother has hair and lots of it. Paul has appeared on Vin Diesel's Facebook page in the past, most notably a photo with Diesel's Fast and Furious co-star, the late Paul Walker. Now, the action star commented that though Paul is his twin, his brother looks more like his co-star and close friend than himself. Vin Diesel has also spoken about his twin brother from time to time in interviews, although when he does, it is usually just to confirm that yes, he has a twin brother, or to laugh about the time that a magazine printed a picture of a complete stranger claiming that it was his brother. Number 7. He voiced the Iron Giant. Now, Vin Diesel has done very well for himself as an on-screen actor, and in recent years he has also found fame as the voice of a tree. The enormous tree creature that he plays in the film franchise Guardians of the Galaxy called Groot only has a few lines in the films, "I am Groot," and then "We are Groot." However, this distinctively deep voice has also voiced a very different character, one that many people would not associate with the action star. Vin Diesel voiced the Iron Giant. The voice of the animated alien robot in Disney's Iron Giant was in fact one of Vin Diesel's first ever roles, and the cast of the movie was actually star-studded as he played alongside Jennifer Aniston and Harry Connick Jr. Now, this role and the one he plays in Guardians of the Galaxy are actually his only 2 voice acting roles. He has, however, done a lot of voice work for the video game version of his film Riddick, as well as voicing other video game characters, such as the character Milo Burke in the game Wheelman in 2009. Number 6. He has 3 kids. Now, most celebrities or movie stars who spend a certain amount of time in the spotlight open themselves and their lives up to the media. Sometimes though, this can have a negative effect on the celebrity's loved ones, so there are those who would rather keep their family life secret or just away from prying eyes. One such family is that of Vin Diesel. Often, Vin has been heard saying that he does not want to be the type of celebrity that is all over magazine covers and that he would never do a reality show. Vin is very effective at separating his professional life and his personal life and keeping them that way. This is how he has managed to keep most in the dark about his family. Most regular fans would not know that Vin Diesel has 3 kids with his longtime girlfriend, Paloma Jimenez. The movie star and his Mexican model girlfriend had their first child in 2008, a daughter called Hania Riley. Their son, Vincent Sinclair, was born 2 years later, and then they had a second daughter in 2015 called Pauline, in honor of Paul Walker's passing. Number 5. His real name isn't Vin. Now, there are loads of movie stars out there with some of the most fabulous names. Some of these are obviously stage names or names used for the big screen, names that make them a little bit more appealing to their audience. It should not be too surprising then that Vin Diesel is not in fact the real name that his parents gave him at birth. Vin Diesel was born Mark Sinclair. The name Vin actually comes from the name of his adoptive father, Vincent, and Diesel was the nickname he had when he worked as a bouncer at the age of just 17. His co-workers would say that he had too much energy and was always fueled up for the job. Thus the name, Vin Diesel. Number 4. His first film. It turns out that Vin Diesel is not only a talent in front of the camera, but that he has skills on the other side of it as well. He is a capable writer and producer, and not to mention a director. After studying English at college, he went to LA to become a Hollywood star. After a long string of auditions, all trying to cast him as a Latino or a black actor, he realized that he had a lot more to offer the world of cinema, and so he decided to make his own film. A film about the trials and tribulations of becoming an actor in LA. His film, which was titled Multifacial, was made on a tiny budget of just $3,000. Vin Diesel wrote the script, wrote and performed the score, directed and produced the film. Oh, and of course he is also the star of the movie. The whole thing was shot over the space of just 3 days. The film went on to find great success as it was entered into Cannes Film Festival in 1995. The success that Diesel would find with this film allowed him to work on the longer feature-length script that he had for a film called Strays. That film and the success of his role in it paved the way to his big break in the film Saving Private Ryan, where he would star alongside other Hollywood heavyweights. Number 3. Paid for Riddick. With all the amazing movie stardom that Vin Diesel has enjoyed over the years, it is crazy to think that one of the roles that he is most famous for is still Riddick. After gaining the rights to the Riddick characters and concepts, Diesel was determined to make a third movie in the series. He had loved working on Pitch Black and Chronicles of Riddick, and although the studio was done with the series, the actor knew that he could bring it back to life. So he and the director/screenwriter David Twohy pulled together a concept, a script, and began shooting Riddick with the small budget of $38 million. Now, most of this budget came from Vin Diesel's personal fortune, and it nearly wiped him out. Diesel took out loans and used his savings in order to finish the film, and it even saw him put his house up against the success of the movie. His gamble, however, paid off as the film was a success and made a total of just under $100 million at the box office. He is currently working on the 4th film in the series. Number 2. Biggest Facebook following. It is not hard for celebrities to get an enormous following on social media, but Vin Diesel has managed to outdo almost everyone else to have one of the most liked Facebook pages in the entire world. The actor has nearly 100 million followers on the social media site. This makes Vin Diesel's Facebook page the 6th most liked page ever. All of the top spaces are filled with the social media site's own pages, leaving only 2 celebrities whose pages rate higher than Vin's. Those are Cristiano Ronaldo with just over 115 million likes, and Shakira, who has just over 104 million likes. He has in the past used his popularity to his advantage. When attempting to land himself a role as Groot as the enormous tree creature in Guardians of the Galaxy, Vin Diesel posted messages on his Facebook page stating that he was in meetings with the Marvel Cinematic Universe about the role, though he had no such meetings at that time. The reaction from his followers was so strong that Marvel noticed it and arranged a meeting with them. Then, Vin Diesel got the lucrative role. Number 1. No tattoos. There was once a day where if you had a tattoo, then you were considered a rebel. You were one of a small group of people that had one. Nowadays, that has changed and tattoos are everywhere. Sports stars and movie stars alike are seen to be covered in them. Vin Diesel is a prime example. Or is he? The characters that Vin plays in his movies all have heavy tattoo coverage, full sleeves and back tattoos. There's even a scene in one of the Fast and Furious films where he shows a nipple tattoo. For his character Xander Cage in XXX, Vin asked if he could have his Dungeons & Dragons character's name across his stomach. The bad boy image that most of Vin Diesel's characters portray with these tattoos are something that Vin himself has never wanted. That is why the actor has never actually had a tattoo. That's right, not one tattoo. Crazy when you think of the amount of tattoos as this actor has on the big screen. Every single one was drawn onto him for the specific role, raising doubts about him having gotten inked with his dead friend's eyes shortly after his passing. Attention Daily Top Teners! We have breaking news! A new channel alert! The most entertaining channel on YouTube is finally here, and they are giving away free iPhone Xs. All you have to do is subscribe to come along to win. It's full of super exciting cool facts, riddles, life hacks, and mysteries to keep you entertained. But don't take my word for it. Click on the screen now to see the latest video, or click the round yellow sun looking button and subscribe now. Link is also in the description. See you all there.